assisted by Carter Draska, Crystal Fulton, Terrell Modest, and Emily Somerville. And now, the starters for your Rochester University Warriors. At guard, a senior from Marysville, Michigan, number 12.
Hello and welcome everybody. We are here live from Garth Pleasant Arena, and as it is senior day today for the Rochester University Warriors. Rochester hosting Lawrence Tech for Rochester. This game just trying to finish strong. They lost their last game 63-58 to Siena Heights, and it's a Siena Heights team that they will be facing in the first round of the WAC tournament. So they get a good opponent here today in Lawrence Tech. Lawrence Tech is led by Kendall Fisher. Her and Lexi Tobel, they went at it the last time that these two teams played back at Lawrence Tech in early January. It was Lawrence Tech winning that day and a Kendall Fisher layup with .5 to go. So Rochester is looking to exact revenge for that game and get a big win here on senior day in front of their home fans. A nice ceremony before the game honoring the seniors on this team. As we are about set. Lawrence Tech coming into this game at 18-11 overall, 12-7 in the WAC. They are currently in a tie for third place with Aquinas for the 3 seed. But either way, in good shape to have a home game in the first round. So we are underway here from Rochester as it's Robin Pruitt getting the start here today for Rochester. Pruitt, Lauren Weiss, Kier Coleman, Devin Velko, and Brooke Fielder. Pruitt working it against Taryn Klein. Now back out to Kier Coleman. Coleman up with it, shot way off, and then Kendall Fisher has the rebound now for Lawrence Tech. Kendall Fisher. Back out to Caitlin Smith. Smith controls now here for the Blue Devils. Danielle Hansen backing down, working against Fielder off last shot off the mark. And bringing in that rebound is Devin Velko. Here's Pruitt, crossover dribble, drops it off for Fielder. Fielder having some trouble. And now it's taken away, here's Kendall Fisher. And we will get a held ball. Possession arrow will favor the Blue Devils.
Jump ball, Lawrence Tech ball.
So Lawrence Tech, they are coached by Grace Hauergon. She is in her first season with the program as Kendall Fisher will bring it up. She had 34 points and 8 steals in Lawrence Tech's win back on January 8th. That one bounced inside Hansen, out. Price picks out, 3 attempt for Caitlin Smith, and that one good. Caitlin Smith buries the 3 to get the scoring underway here today from Rochester. Good crowd on hand on what is senior day and the last women's men's doubleheader of the season, the last regular season game for both of these teams. Here's Weiss over to Kier Coleman. Coleman over to Brooke Fielder. Fielder tried to go underneath baseline. She was cut off. Great job there defensively by Rachel Price. As now Lexi Tobel, the junior, will check in for Kier Coleman.
Number 25, Lexi Tobel.
So Kendall Fisher will walk it up now. Lawrence Tech, they're coming off of a 77-51 win at Lourdes. There's Caitlin Smith. She has Lauren Weiss on her, now bounced inside. Danielle Hansen, the native of East Lansing. Oh, nice move, but she walked. And it will go back over to Rochester as Shemaya Butler will come into the game for Robin Pruitt. So Rochester, their last game, as I mentioned, it was a 63-58 loss to Siena Heights. They drew within 3. They led by double digits for much of the game. They actually drew to within 3 with 2:56 to go. Unable to complete the comeback though. As that one's kicked, Brent Witchner is begging for it. as Kendall Fisher brings it up now here for Lawrence Tech. Taryn Klein. There's Caitlin Smith for three from the corner, and she buried it. So 2 threes early here for Caitlin Smith. Lawrence Tech out to a 6-0 lead. Tobel, Shemaya Butler just having recently checked into the game though, and Delaney Bowles is coming to the scorer's table. Here's Lauren Weiss. She's cut off, and that pass, there's nobody home as it goes into the bleachers. And Delaney Bowles is going to check into this game for the Warriors. Out will come Lauren Weiss. So Kendall Fisher will walk it up now. Kendall Fisher on the season, averaging over 15 a game. Fisher inside, there's Danielle Hansen. Taryn Klein puts it back into Hansen. Hansen, the jump turnaround hook, and she got it. So Danielle Hansen, it's 8-0 Lawrence Tech. No timeout called by Wichner, replay on. Here's Lexi Tobel. Tobel for three, they need this one. That one rims out. Kendall Fisher has the rebound from her point guard spot. Fisher quickly in transition the other way, drops it off Caitlin Smith for three. Good. Caitlin Smith has 3 triples in the first 3 minutes and 31 seconds. And it is all Lawrence Tech here early on senior day. They lead it 11-0. This broadcast is brought to you by Chief Financial Credit Union, the official credit union of Rochester University and home of the 2% cashback rewards free checking account. Open your rewards checking today with no minimum balance and show your Warrior pride with the RP debit card. Chief Financial Credit Union, more than money. Chief Financial Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. So a suboptimal start here for Rochester. They trailed 11-0, and it's been 3 triples from Caitlin Smith. 1 basket from Danielle Hansen, and Rochester still yet to score. Back out to Shemaya Butler, and it looks like on the perimeter, Lawrence Tech, Delaney Bowles goes up with a good defense there. And here comes Kendall Fisher the other way, but defensively right now, Fisher pull up just inside the free throw line, buried it. Kendall Fisher on the board, 13-0. And Lawrence Tech, what I was going to say, on the perimeter, looks like they're kind of daring these Rochester guards to shoot. That one will be out of bounds off the hand of Fielder. And Rochester is all out of sorts early. Lawrence Tech trying to move to 19-11, 13-7 in the WAC. Here's Fisher off the screen. Fisher gets it back, 3 in the face of Brooke Fielder. They can't miss. Kendall Fisher now. It's 16-0. Devin Velcro has the left wing. Shea Kaiser goes to the scorer's table for Rochester, presumably for a defensive enforcement. Lexi Tobel on the drive, and she is going to draw the foul. And the foul was on Danielle Hansen, so that's the first team foul for either game. And Lexi Tobel will have free throws here. So I mentioned in the open that it was Tobel and Kendall Fisher with a back and forth. 66-64 was the final. Kendall Fisher had 34, Lexi Tobel had 31, so both were responsible for half or over half of their team's scoring output. They may need a similar effort here today. First free throw was good. Second one is up. That one rattles home for Lexi Tobel. So the Warriors are on the board, 16-2, as Kendall Fisher brings it across here for Lawrence Tech. Fisher, screen from Price. She has Delaney Bowles on her. Now kicked out. Here's a 3 from Price. That one rims out. Ball bouncing around on the floor. Tobel in there as well as Taryn Klein, and we will get a held ball. The possession arrow will favor the Warriors, as Maddie Beck is going to check into the game here for Rochester. Beck will come in for Devin Velcro. And so it's Kaiser, Lexi Tobel, Maddie Beck, Shemaya Butler, and Delaney Bowles on the floor here for Rochester. Lawrence Tech, Kendall Fisher, Caitlin Smith as Butler on the drive up off glass. Shot off the mark, and Kendall Fisher brings in the rebound. Fisher moves so quickly in the open court, but a nice job by Butler there to get back in transition. Taryn Klein with Tobel on her now. It's a Fisher. Inside to Hope Dollarhide, who was just recently checked in, and she gets it to go off glass. First bucket of the game for Hope Dollarhide. Lawrence Tech leads at 18-2. Tobel screen from Bowles. Over to Beck. Beck trying to go baseline. She's cut off by Taryn Klein, and we are going to get a foul on the junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Foul number 3, Taryn Klein.
Julia Huey, number 22, is checked into the game. Taryn Klein goes out.
22, Julia Huey.
That one thrown in. Maddie Beck has it. Just over 4 minutes to go here, first quarter. Tobel turnaround jump shot, and I don't know if they even hit rim. And Dollarhide saved it, and her head coach, Grace Howergon, is saying, why'd you touch that? Because it would have been Lawrence Tech basketball. It'll be Tobel to inbound here with 4:06 to go. Thrown into Delaney Bowles. Tobel over to Shea Kaiser. Kaiser with Smith on her, looking to get rid of it, and she had it taken away by Caitlin Smith. They get it to their point guard, Kendall Fisher. Fisher trying to go by Butler, up with it off glass. Shot off the mark, good defense there by Shemaya Butler. As you'd imagine, it'll be Butler on Fisher, trying to flank her for most of this game. Kaiser inside to Delaney Bowles, and she had an opening. It went out of bounds off Hope Dollarhide, though. After the errant pass, it will stay with Rochester. 3:34 to go. Lawrence Tech leading this one 18-2. Maddie Beck. That's it off. Here's Tobel now. Tobel will pull out. She has Hope Dollarhide on her. Tobel, jumper from the top of the key. That one rims out. Delaney Bowles has the rebound. Back over to Tobel. Tobel to Shea Kaiser. Inside to Bowles. Delaney Bowles turnaround. Good defense at the rim. And Kendall Fisher has it the other way now for Lawrence Tech. There's Hope Dollarhide defending. There's Julia Huey over to Dollarhide. Dollarhide with the baseline jumper, and she got it to go. 4 points now for Hope Dollarhide. And it is 20-2. Kaiser to Tobel. Screen from Delaney Bowles. Tobel up with it. That one off the mark. Back on the floor. She had it momentarily, but then it's going to be almost taken away. Butler tapped it to Kaiser. Now Tobel behind the back into the lane. Lefty floater. Got it to go as the shot clock expired. So 20-4. Here's Kendall Fisher. Fisher, cross-court feed. Caitlin Smith. Price as Lawrence Tech moving it around the perimeter. Here's Dollarhide down low, kicks out. Smith for 3. That one off the mark. Shemaya Butler has the rebound. Rochester trailing it by 16. Butler, and that one knocked away. Maddie Beck has it. That's just going to be fouled hard from behind. She gets up, appears to be okay. With 1:47. As we have Brooke Fielder, Lauren Weiss, and Devin Velko checking into the game for Rochester. And Kylie Beatty checks into the game
For Lawrence Tech, 23, Emily Randolph.
for Caitlin Smith. Also Emily Langolf, number 23, into the game for the first time for Lawrence Tech. Velko, mid-range jumper, that one off the mark. Brooke Fielder right there, though, for the putback. So 20-6 now your score. Still a ways to go for Rochester, but at the very least, this thing isn't getting any larger. And that one taken away by Brooke Fielder, but they're going to get her for the foul. Looked like she had done a nice job to pick the pocket of Langolf, but
Rochester foul, 15, Brooke Fielder.
there's a foul called on Fielder as Kendall Fisher checks into the game here for Rochester, or for Lawrence Tech. Randolph throws it into Kendall Fisher. Oh, Fisher with the fake pass goes baseline. So quick. Off the bounce is Kendall Fisher. She now has 7. 16-point lead for the Blue Devils here early. So minute 10 to go here first quarter. Velko right wing. We'll get a screen from Fielder. Velko. Rochester having a hard time creating against the perimeter defense of Lawrence Tech, rebounded by Hope Dollarhide. Under a minute to go now, first quarter. Here's Kendall Fisher. Fisher. Hanson bounces it in. Dollarhide working against Weiss. She kicks out. Fisher. Jumper free throw line off back iron. Weiss has the rebound. Was able to evade Kendall Fisher, who was coming in for the steal. Velko controls now. 35 seconds to go first quarter. Kaiser inside to Brooke Fielder. Backing down against Dollarhide. Turnaround hook off glass. Counted and one. Much needed there. Good move inside by Brooke Fielder. And a good finish as it'll be Brooke Fielder heading to the line here. Shemaya Butler checks into the game for Shea Kaiser, and it'll be Danielle Hanson checking in for Dollarhide. So here's Fielder at the line. Fielder on the year, a 60% free throw shooter. She'll try to complete the three-point play here. And she got it. So a nice first quarter for Brooke Fielder. She has 5. And Rochester, they trailed by as many as 18. They have cut it to 13. Shot clock turned off, 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kendall Fisher controls here for Lawrence Tech. Shemaya Butler guarding her, a matchup we'll be watching all game. Fisher looking for somewhere to go, out. Here's Rachel Price. Price kicks it. 3 from Danielle Hanson, left short. Rebound came to Lauren Weiss. Which is the 3 was Victoria Huey and the half-court heave. I don't know if it would have counted anyway. So after 1 quarter here from Garth Pleasant Arena, Lawrence Tech leads it 22-9, and for them, the 3 triples early from Caitlin Smith, that got them off to that 9 or 11-0 run, along with the 2 from Danielle Hanson. From there, they were able to push it to 20-2, an 18-point lead, but over the second part of that first quarter, Rochester was able to cut into it a little bit. 4 points from Lexi Tobel and 5 points from Brooke Fielder. That makes up the entirety of the scoring for Rochester after 1. They trail it 22-9. So for this game for Rochester, they came in at 11-18 overall, but 9-10 in the WAC. Their place in the WAC pretty much solidified already. They will be at Siena Heights next week. Siena Heights has the 2 seed wrapped up. Rochester is just a game back of U of M Dearborn, who's in that 6th spot right now in the WAC, but they were swept by U of M Dearborn. So even with a win here and a U of M Dearborn loss, they'd be tied. U of M Dearborn swept Rochester, so that would be the tiebreaker. So Rochester, who was swept by Siena Heights this year, that will be their first round matchup, but trying to get a win here on Senior Day against a really good Lawrence Tech team. It was a heartbreaker the first time that these 2 teams matched up back on January 8th. As I mentioned at the open, Kendall Fisher, a lay-in with 0.5 seconds to go in a 66-64 win at Lawrence Tech. So 10 minutes up on the clock. We are about set to go here from Garth Pleasant Arena. Lawrence Tech controlled that first quarter, but Rochester able to cut into it a bit. They trail by just 13, still 3 quarters to go. Taryn Klein drops it off. Price, now Caitlin Smith. Kendall Fisher with it for Lawrence Tech. Fisher gets a screen from Hanson. Over to Smith. Kendall Fisher calling for it. She'll fire the triple. That one falls. Kendall Fisher now with 10 points. And Lawrence Tech pushes their lead back out to 16. 25-9 your score. Here's Devin Velko. Got Tobel on the backdoor cut. Tobel up with it off glass and in. Great move by Lexi Tobel off ball to free herself up. And a nice job by Devin Velko to recognize that. pass. There was just a small window, but she was able to fit it in.
Foul on 32, Danielle Hansen.
So Lexi Tobel now with 6 points, and she'll try to complete the three-point play here. Free throws up and home for Lexi Tobel. So Tobel now with 7, Fielder with 5. There's Caitlin Smith. That one knocked away, but we are going to get a foul. Wait to see what's on. Both Butler and Brooke Fielder were in the area. And it's on Shemaya Butler. So second team foul on Rochester. Lawrence Tech just one team foul, so been a clean game so far from both sides from that standpoint. Danielle Hansen has Shemaya Butler on her, backing down. Goes underneath the basket, and that one thrown away. Did it touch a Rochester defender? They'll say that it did. So we'll stay with Lawrence Tech, 14 on the shot clock. Taryn Klein will inbound. Into Fisher. Fisher swings across court. Caitlin Smith has it with Tobel on her. Rachel Price. There's Klein working against Devin Velko. Klein into the lane, up with it, good defense. And the shot clock will expire, so Rochester will force the turnover. Nice defense there. And they get a stop, trailing by 13. So Devin Velko, she was honored here on Senior Day, will go out as the all-time points leader for Rochester University. Native of Marysville, Michigan. Playing in what will likely be her last game here at Garth Pleasant Arena. Tobel on the drive, off glass and in. Nice take by Lexi Tobel, and Tobel, who kept her team in it the last time against Lawrence Tech, she has 9 of Rochester's 14. Kendall Fisher for 3, that one too strong. Price with the rebound underneath, puts it back up and in. First 2 of the game for Rachel Price, and tough break there for Rochester. You get the stop that you need, but unable to box out and get that defensive rebound. Under 8 to go now, here's second quarter, here's Devin Velko. Fielder, who has 5 early, she'll put it on the floor to the rim, gets her own rebound, back up with it, no good. Butler right there though, she'll put it up and in on the easy lay-in. Right place, right time for Shemaya Butler. So a deficit that was once 18 is now just 11 for Rochester. Appear to have settled down defensively, and Lawrence Tech wasn't going to continue making every single shot for the entirety of the game. Danielle Hansen up with it, off glass, off the mark, and good defense by Fielder. And then it was Rachel Price who committed the foul, I believe. So Maddie Beck and Delaney Bowles will check in. And the foul was actually on Danielle Hansen, and that of consequence, it's her second. And it looks like Hope Dollarhide's going to come to the scorer's table and in for Hansen. And that is exactly what will happen. Dollarhide is in. She'll be guarding Brooke Fielder. So in the game right now for Rochester, it's Tobel, Maddie Beck, Shemaya Butler, Delaney Bowles, and Brooke Fielder. So you get the Bowles-Fielder combo down low for the time being. Butler with Fisher on her. Butler working her way into the lane. Up with it off glass. What a strong finish by Shemaya Butler. Butler with the undersized Fisher on her. She can use her strength to attack. She did there. Good finish. And now it's going to be kicked away by Brooke Fielder. So all of a sudden here, it was 20-2 at one point in that first quarter. And now 27-18. It's a single-digit basketball game with 6:52 to go in the second quarter. It'll be Caitlin Smith to inbound here for Lawrence Tech. Into Dollarhide. Price. Smith, as Dollarhide is looking for position down low against Lexi Tobel. Up with it. Got it to go. That's a tough matchup down low. Hope Dollarhide now has 6. Lead pushed back up to 11 here for Lawrence Tech. Danielle Hansen currently on the bench with 2 fouls for the Blue Devils. Butler, and that one going to be kicked by Kendall Fisher. I think we've had 3 or 4 kick balls here in the first half. So it'll be Butler to inbound here. 29-18 your score. Delaney Bowles kicks it out. Shemaya Butler will try the three. That one off to the left. Coming in for that rebound was Caitlin Smith. Kendall Fisher quickly the other way. Back to Rachel Price. Karen Klein over to Caitlin Smith. Smith with Beck on her. Good defense by Beck to cut her off as she tried to put it on the floor. Kendall Fisher directing traffic. Looks like she's calling from a screen from Dollarhide. Gets it. Fisher now out to Smith. Smith blocked at the rim. That was Taryn Klein who was blocked at the rim. And Taryn Klein will be headed to the line to shoot two. Robin Pruitt will check back into the game. So now Rochester will go with a little bit of a smaller lineup. 4 guards and then Delaney Bowles underneath. So here is Taryn Klein at the line, an 80.9% free throw shooter. So near automatic when she's there, and the first one is good. That's the first points of the game for Taryn Klein. 30-18. One more free throw. That one will rim out. Lexi Tobel has it, so Rochester catches a break there. Tobel kicks it out to Butler. Maddie Beck was calling for it. She gets it. Now over to Robin Pruitt. Butler. Kendall Fisher playing way off her. Shemaya Butler will take the long two. Off the mark. Bowles with the offensive rebound. And she will draw the foul on Hope Dollarhide underneath. So number 10, Kylie Beatty, the freshman, will come back in. Out goes Taryn Klein. And it will be Delaney Bowles at the line here to shoot two. Bowles, the junior forward, north of a 74% free throw shooter. First one is up and good. First points of the game for Delaney Bowles. 5:24 to go here in the second quarter. This to make it a 10-point game, and that one falls for Delaney Bowles. So 30-20, here's Kendall Fisher. Caitlin Smith, Hope Dollarhide trying to get it against Lexi Tobel again. Lexi Tobel foul. Hope Dollarhide puts it up and in easily. Lexi Tobel may have been trying to draw that offensive foul. Unable to do it. Hope Dollarhide has 8 points here in the first half. Butler over to Maddie Beck. Now Robin Pruitt. Alco control, Tobel control. Shot clock now at 10. Screen from Delaney Bowles, back out to Pruitt. Pruitt on the drive, kicks out Shemaya Butler, her second three-point attempt of the game, and she got it. Shemaya Butler with a huge triple. She was 3 of 14 from 3 on the year coming into this game. That's a big make there. Makes it a 9-point game. Fisher threw it away. Maddie Beck has it now. She's going to be trapped, but got rid of it to Tobel. Tobel crossing midcourt. Tobel puts it on the floor, turn around, and she's going to be fouled. I believe it's on Julia Huey. Either way, Lexi Tobel with 2 free throws. That was on Kylie Beatty. So first foul on her, 4th team foul on Lawrence Tech, and 2 free throws coming here for Tobel. Her next make will put her into double digits. That one up, and it is good. So 10 points now for Lexi Tobel. One more free throw coming. That one also good. She has 11 here in the first half, and now Rochester, they have cut it to 7. 32-25. Kendall Fisher will bring it up. She's on the floor with Rachel Price, Hope Dollarhide, Caitlin Smith, and Kylie Beatty. Beatty, the freshman, guarded by Pruitt. Beatty trying to attack, and then Pruitt fell, and we are going to get a foul called on Pruitt, I believe. Shay Kaiser coming into the game, and she will check in for Maddie Beck.
Rochester foul number 0, Robin Pruitt.
And the foul was on Robin Pruitt. Just the 3rd team foul, 4:06 to go here in the second quarter. Dollarhide drops it off to Kendall Fisher. Caitlin Smith with Butler on her. Rochester trailed And that one deflected. Dollarhide got on the floor for it. Price has it now, and we are going to get a timeout called by Grace Howrigan with 3:50 remaining here in the second quarter. So this broadcast is brought to you by Chief Financial Credit Union. Home ownership is one of the biggest decisions you will make. Let Chief Financial Credit Union take the anxiety out of the mortgage process. From pre-approval to getting qualified and through closing, they will be with you every step of the way. Chief Financial takes the time to discuss your personal profile and determine which lending program is right for your needs. Discover a different mortgage experience at your hometown credit union, Chief Financial Credit Union. So 32-25 your score here from Garth Pleasant Arena, and it was a first quarter that was dominated by Lawrence Tech. They led it by as many as 18, 20-2 at one point. Since then, though, a 23-12 run, and Rochester trailing now by just 7. 4 on the shot clock here for Lawrence Tech. They'll have to move quickly. Inside, Dollarhide working against Butler. Turnaround, left it short. Rebound is tapped to Devin Velko. Big stop there for Rochester. Now they have an opportunity to cut this to 5 or even 4 with a made 3. Come a long way, and here in the second quarter, Velko is yet to score here today. Bowles up with it. Bounces around, comes back to Bowles, back up with it. Oh, and it just fell out. But Delaney Bowles will be headed to the free throw line here to shoot 2. Foul was on Hope Dollarhide, so now Hope Dollarhide, who came in for Danielle Hansen after Hansen picked up her second, she has 2, and it'll be Hansen headed back to the scorer's table here for Lawrence Tech. Bowles' first free throw is up and it's home. So Bowles today from the line 3 for 3. Bowles, she had 4 points and 4 rebounds. There should be 4 points and 9 rebounds in their loss to Siena Heights. She buries the second free throw, so now Rochester trailing by just 5. Danielle Hansen is into the game, and then Taryn Klein checks in for Julia Huey. Hope Dollarhide, after picking up her second foul, she goes out. So 3:20 remaining here in the first half. Rochester has cut it to 5. Fisher back, Rachel Price the long 2, and that's good. Rachel Price, a couple of steps inside the 3-point line, gets it to go. She now has 4. Butler handoff to Shea Kaiser. Kaiser up with it, lefty lay-in. That one didn't touch rim. Danielle Hansen had the rebound. Now here's Fisher the other way. Kendall Fisher. Klein bounced it to Danielle Hansen. Hansen back. Klein over to Kendall Fisher. Lawrence Tech slinging it around the perimeter right now. Smith back to Taryn Klein. Wes Tobel guarding her at the elbow. Back to Fisher. Fisher pull up from the elbow. That one falls. Kendall Fisher now with 12 and 4 straight for Lawrence Tech to push it back up to 9. I think if you're Rochester, at minimum, you want to make sure this is within 10 after all the work you did to get it back to 5 after trailing by 18. Inside to Delaney Bowles. Bowles, and that one deflected, but luckily it came right to Tobel. Tobel calling for a screen from Bowles. Goes around the screen. Tobel tried the hesitation move. Hansen did a nice job staying with it, but Tobel still got it to go off glass. Tobel with 13. Big bucket there for Rochester. They trail by 7. Kendall Fisher turn around against Butler. Oh, what a make. Shemaya Butler, not much more she could have done. There was so little space, but Kendall Fisher able to get it to go off the high glass. Here's Velko for 3. That one off the mark. Fisher has the rebound. Velko still scoreless. Taryn Klein, she is going to be fouled by Velko in the corner. And that is the 4th team foul, first on Velko. As Danielle Hansen will come out.
For Lawrence Tech, 24, Gabby Goff.
Gabby Gow has checked into the game for Lawrence Tech for the first time here today. 38-29, minute and a half to go. Taryn Klein was cut off. Back out to Fisher, and Fisher, that one knocked away by Delaney Bowles as she was looking for Rachel Price on the opposite end. 125, 38-29. Go throws it in. Price now, Caitlin Smith. Inside, Gabby Go off the mark. And Tobel's able to tap that rebound to herself. And here comes Rochester the other way. It's Lexi Tobel. Tobel behind the back. Jumper just inside the free throw line. Tough luck miss there. And now here comes Lawrence Tech the other way. Taryn Klein gets rid of it over to Kendall Fisher. Back to Klein. Now Smith in the corner. Dumps it in. Gabby Go working against Robin Pruitt. Shot off the mark, but Robin Pruitt is going to pick up her second foul.
Rochester foul number 0, Robin Pruitt.
So Gabby
24,
Gabby Gow at the line. Lauren Weiss will come into the game for Robin Pruitt. Gow on the year. She is a freshman out of Sandusky. 71% free throw shooter. First free throw is up, and that one falls for Gabby Gow. Lead back up to double digits, 39-29. Lawrence Tech. Couple of dribbles. Gabby Gow back up with it. That one rims out. Off to the side. Lexi Tobel will track down the rebound right in front of her bench, and then she dribbled it out of bounds, but they are going to say that it was off Lawrence Tech. 49.8 to go. Rochester trailing by 10. They had cut it to 5 at one point, 32-27, but a 7-2 run since then to push it back up to double digits. Tobel for 3. Got it. Lexi Tobel with 16 first half points. That's a big one. It makes it just a 7-point deficit. They could get the last shot here. A 5-second difference between shot and game clock. 26 seconds to go in the second quarter. Fisher will pull out. Lauren Weiss guarding her. Kendall Fisher crossover. Excuse me, that was Shea Kaiser guarding her. Weiss took it away. Will get a held ball. Possession arrow favors Rochester. Lauren Weiss, I think it took them a second to realize, but a huge stop there for Rochester. So now the shot clock turned off, and they can cut this to 5 or 4 heading into the locker room. Tobel will bring it across here for Rochester. 8 seconds to go. Tobel around the screen. Up with it off glass. Got it to go. Lexi Tobel. 18 first half points. Rochester trails by 5. Fisher the runner off back iron. And how about that close to the half for Rochester? They trailed by as many as 18. And they will head to the locker room trailing it by just 5, 39-34, led by 18 first half points for Lexi Tobel. We'll take a quick break from Garth Pleasant Arena. Rochester trailing by just 5.
Ownership is one of the biggest decisions you will make. Let Chief Financial Credit Union take the anxiety out of the mortgage process. Chief Financial takes the time to discuss your personal profile and determine which lending program is right for your needs with the lowest rate possible. From pre-approval, getting qualified, through closing, we will be with you every step of the way. Discover a different mortgage experience with Chief Financial Credit Union.
Rochester's natural beauty is integrated across the municipalities, businesses, and universities in the region.
When we talk about Rochester University, one of the things that I'm fond of saying is we really aspire to be Rochester's university. There aren't many institutions like ours that offer the opportunity to connect to such a vibrant community. To be connected so closely to this community is a pretty remarkable opportunity. We're in an environment where there are a lot of opportunities from which students can choose as they're trying to decide the college and university they want to attend, and the fact that we're located here is a great benefit for students. They're walking distance from an amazing downtown.
I've probably visited almost every spot down there. If you name a spot, I've probably been to it. So I love to eat, I love to walk around doing sightseeing. There's so many beautiful sights around here.
And the campus today is beautiful. It goes right down to the Clinton River, and it's a gorgeous campus to walk.
So the campus life is awesome. The teachers are amazing here. They email you, they stay on you because they care about you.
After 60 years, Rochester College changed its name to Rochester University.
university sort of captures it a little better now than what college did. So we made that change to reflect the growth and the changes of the institution, not only in the last 4 or 5 years, but also what we anticipate further changes and further growth in the days to come.
It grew up to be Rochester College, and now they have so many programs there. They've really become into that university status, and it's fun to welcome Rochester University to our town as our newest, but they've been here for 50 or 60 years, and they're still doing a wonderful job educating our students.
From the first time they open their eyes, through every step in training, Leader Dogs are meant for greatness. Every Leader Dog from Leader Dogs for the Blind is a chance to give someone who's visually impaired their independence back. Which is why we have partnered with this great organization to bring you the Leader Dogs for the Blind Visa from Chief Financial. With it, every transaction you make gives back to Leader Dogs for the Blind. Help give the gift of freedom and apply for the Leader Dog Visa from Chief Financial today.
Home ownership is one of the biggest decisions you will make. Let Chief Financial Credit Union take the anxiety out of the mortgage process. Chief Financial takes the time to discuss your personal profile and determine which lending program is right for your needs with the lowest rate possible. From pre-approval, getting qualified, through closing, we will be with you every step of the way. Discover a different mortgage experience with Chief Financial Credit Union.
Are you ready to become more, to do more, to unlock your life's potential? We're ready too. Rochester University can help you learn new skills, build your faith, and discover a world of possibilities. We're a supportive, caring community of achievers working to become the best at what we do and to create a better world. RU offers 24 traditional and accelerated degree programs, so wherever your dreams are leading you, RU can help you get there. When you want to go places, you belong here. Rochester University.
Ownership is one of the biggest decisions you will make. Let Chief Financial Credit Union take the anxiety out of the mortgage process. Chief Financial takes the time to discuss your personal profile and determine which lending program is right for your needs with the lowest rate possible. From pre-approval, getting qualified, through closing, we will be with you every step of the way. Discover a different mortgage experience with Chief Financial Credit Union.
Rochester's natural beauty is integrated across the municipalities, businesses, and universities in the region.
When we talk about Rochester University, one of the things that I'm fond of saying is we really aspire to be Rochester's university. There aren't many institutions like ours that offer the opportunity to connect to such a vibrant community. To be connected so closely to this community is a pretty remarkable opportunity. We're in an environment where there are a lot of opportunities from which students can choose as they're trying to decide the college and university they want to attend, and the fact that we're located here is a great benefit for students. They're walking distance from an amazing downtown.
I've probably visited almost every spot down there. If you name a spot, I've probably been to it. So I love to eat, I love to walk around doing sightseeing. There's so many beautiful sights around here.
And the campus today is beautiful. It goes right down to the Clinton River, and it's a gorgeous campus to walk.
So the campus life is awesome. The teachers are amazing here. They email you, they stay on you because they care about you.
After 60 years, Rochester College changed its name to Rochester University.
University sort of captures it a little better now than what college did, so we made that change to reflect the growth and the changes of the institution, not only in the last 4 or 5 years, but also what we anticipate further changes and further growth in the days to come.
It grew up to be Rochester College, and now they have so many programs there. They've really become into that university status, and it's fun to welcome Rochester University to our town as our newest, but they've been here for 50 or 60 years, and they're still doing a wonderful job educating our students.
From the first time they open their eyes, through every step in training, Leader Dogs are meant for greatness. Every Leader Dog from Leader Dogs for the Blind is a chance to give someone who's visually impaired their independence back. Which is why we have partnered with this great organization to bring you the Leader Dogs for the Blind Visa from Chief Financial. With it, every transaction you make gives back to Leader Dogs for the Blind. Help give the gift of freedom and apply for the Leader Dog Visa from Chief Financial today.
Home ownership is one of the biggest decisions you will make. Let Chief Financial Credit Union take the anxiety out of the mortgage process. Chief Financial takes the time to discuss your personal profile and determine which lending program is right for your needs with the lowest rate possible. From pre-approval, getting qualified, through closing, we will be with you every step of the way. Discover a different mortgage experience with Chief Financial Credit Union.
Are you ready to become more, to do more, to unlock your life's potential? We're ready too. Rochester University can help you learn new skills, build your faith, and discover a world of possibilities. We're a supportive, caring community of achievers working to become the best at what we do and to create a better world. RU offers 24 traditional and accelerated degree programs, so wherever your dreams are leading you, RU can help you get there. When you want to go places, you belong here. Rochester University.
Ownership is one of the biggest decisions you will make. Let Chief Financial Credit Union take the anxiety out of the mortgage process. Chief Financial takes the time to discuss your personal profile and determine which lending program is right for your needs with the lowest rate possible. From pre-approval, getting qualified, through closing, we will be with you every step of the way. Discover a different mortgage experience with Chief Financial Credit Union.
Rochester's natural beauty is integrated across the municipalities, businesses, and universities in the region.
When we talk about Rochester University, one of the things that I'm fond of saying is we really aspire to be Rochester's university. There aren't many institutions like ours that offer the opportunity to connect to such a vibrant community. To be connected so closely to this community is a pretty remarkable opportunity. We're in an environment where there are a lot of opportunities from which students can choose as they're trying to decide the college and university they want to attend, and the fact that we're located here is a great benefit for students. They're walking distance from an amazing downtown.
I've probably visited almost every spot down there. If you name a spot, I've probably been to it. So I love to eat, I love to walk around doing sightseeing. There's so many beautiful sights around here.
And the campus today is beautiful. It goes right down to the Clinton River, and it's a gorgeous campus to walk.
So the campus life is awesome. The teachers are amazing here. They email you, they stay on you because they care about you.
After 60 years, Rochester College changed its name to Rochester University.
University sort of captures it a little better now than what college did, so we made that change to reflect the growth and the changes of the institution, not only in the last 4 or 5 years, but also what we anticipate further changes and further growth in the days to come.
It grew up to be Rochester College, and now they have so many programs there. They've really become into that university status, and it's fun to welcome Rochester University to our town as our newest, but they've been here for 50 or 60 years, and they're still doing a wonderful job educating our students.
From the first time they open their eyes, through every step in training, Leader Dogs are meant for greatness. Every Leader Dog from Leader Dogs for the Blind is a chance to give someone who's visually impaired their independence back. Which is why we have partnered with this great organization to bring you the Leader Dogs for the Blind Visa from Chief Financial. With it, every transaction you make gives back to Leader Dogs for the Blind. Help give the gift of freedom and apply for the Leader Dog Visa from Chief Financial today.
Home ownership is one of the biggest decisions you will make. Let Chief Financial Credit Union take the anxiety out of the mortgage process. Chief Financial takes the time to discuss your personal profile and determine which lending program is right for your needs with the lowest rate possible. From pre-approval, getting qualified, through closing, we will be with you every step of the way. Discover a different mortgage experience with Chief Financial Credit Union.
Are you ready to become more, to do more, to unlock your life's potential? We're ready too. Rochester University can help you learn new skills, build your faith, and discover a world of possibilities. We're a supportive, caring community of achievers working to become the best at what we do and to create a better world. RU offers 24 traditional and accelerated degree programs, so wherever your dreams are leading you, RU can help you get there. When you want to go places, you belong here. Rochester University.
And hello and welcome back to Garth Pleasant Arena. About 3 minutes or so until we resume play, as Rochester trails it 39-34, as we are currently at the halftime break. And for Rochester in that game, or in that first half, it was really a tale of two quarters. Lawrence Tech got out to a 16-0 lead. At one point led 20-2, but credit Rochester for fighting all the way back, and they made it a 5-point game. It was 32-27. Lawrence Tech then pushed it back out to 39-29, and then Rochester was able to finish on a mini 5-0 run to make it 39-34, as that is where we're at right now, as we'll be beginning the third quarter in the second half pretty shortly here. And for Rochester, it was the story of Lexi Tobel. She had 18 of their 34 first half points. She was 6 of 10 from the field, hit a 3, 5 of 5 from the line. Without Tobel, without that individual performance, they're not in this basketball game right now. And then on the Lawrence Tech side, it was more of a collective effort. Caitlin Smith has 11 points, 9 of those coming really early in the first few minutes of that first quarter, when she hit 3 threes early to get Lawrence Tech out to the fast start that they had offensively. Kendall Fisher doing her usual thing. She has 12 points, 5 of 6 shooting, and she's been able to pretty much get where she's wanted to on the floor. She also has 4 rebounds and 3 assists to go along with those 12 points. Danielle Hansen, she was relatively quiet, got into some foul trouble. She has 3 going into the second half. Rachel Price with 4 points. Hope Dollarhide also had a nice first half with 9 on 4 of 5 from the field. So 39-34 your score here from Garth Pleasant Arena. We'll take another brief break when we come back. The second half on Rochester Sports Network.
Ownership is one of the biggest decisions you will make. Let Chief Financial Credit Union take the anxiety out of the mortgage process. Chief Financial takes the time to discuss your personal profile and determine which lending program is right for your needs with the lowest rate possible. From pre-approval, getting qualified, through closing, we will be with you every step of the way. Discover a different mortgage experience with Chief Financial Credit Union.
Rochester's natural beauty is integrated across the municipalities, businesses, and universities in the region.
When we talk about Rochester University, one of the things that I'm fond of saying is we really aspire to be Rochester's university. There aren't many institutions like ours that offer the opportunity to connect to such a vibrant community. To be connected so closely to this community is a pretty remarkable opportunity. We're in an environment where there are a lot of opportunities from which students can choose.
And hello and welcome back. Second half underway here from Garth Pleasant Arena, as Kendall Fisher with the Lady Bulls on her. Rochester trailing it by just 5 as we begin the second half. Taryn Klein with Butler on her. Now drops it off to Kendall Fisher. Fisher with 12 points in that first half. Bounces it inside Danielle Hansen. Oh, Hansen took a hard fall. Blocked from behind by Butler. A lot of contact. No call. So how about Lawrence Tech? Some of those first half numbers. They shot it at 62.5% from 3. They shot 72.7% from the field. So with those numbers in mind, Rochester certainly has to feel fortunate to be down by just 5. Rachel Price gets that inbounds pass, goes up and off glass. 6 points now for Rachel Price, as Lawrence Tech strikes first here in the second half. I'd like to thank those of you for joining us. I'm David Hughes here on the Rochester Sports Network regular season finales. Here's Velko, the corner 3, buried it. Devin Velko didn't score in that first half, but strikes quickly, and that cuts it to 4 here for the Warriors. Regular season finales for both of these teams. Klein for 3, that one rattles home. 4 points for Taryn Klein, that's her first field goal. Rochester had their senior day ceremony, or the women's team had their senior day ceremonies before this game, and the men will do the same after this, as that foul is going to be on Rachel Price. And Olivia Farrell, the sophomore from Freeland, will check in for the first time as Delaney Bowles comes out. Foul was on Rachel Price. That's her second, excuse me, her third. So one potential issue here for Lawrence Tech in this game. Hope Dollarhide has, or Danielle Hansen and Rachel Price both with 3 fouls apiece. 2 of their forwards. They both remain on the floor. As here's Tobel with it now. Tobel gets a screen. Fielder inside off the pick and roll. Reverse lay-in. How about that from Brooke Fielder? Her first point since the first quarter. Nicely executed pick and roll, and then a pretty finish at the rim from Brooke Fielder. Hansen working against Fielder. Kendall Fisher will call out the play. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Fisher. Bounces it over Taryn Klein. Inside to Danielle Hansen. Hansen with 3 Rochester Warriors around her. Overshot it. Tobel now on the catch and moving in the other direction for the Warriors. Butler with a 3 in this game. Kendall Fisher still going to sag off her though. Tobel with Rachel Price on her. Tobel on the drive. Sidesteps a defender. Lay in too strong. Back up with it. Olivia Farrell. Didn't get enough on it. Olivia Farrell was all alone. Just couldn't elevate the basketball as it looked like a hit on the back, on the underside of the backboard. Caitlin Smith thought about it. Good job by Fielder on the closeout. Caitlin Smith, 3 from top side. Good. Caitlin Smith now with 14 points, her 4th 3 of the game, and Brent Witchner wants timeout here with Rochester trailing at 47-39. Take this opportunity to tell you that this broadcast is brought to you by Chief Financial Credit Union. Since it was established in 1941, Chief Financial Credit Union has made helping people its priority. From checking accounts that pay you awesome rewards like 5% interest or 2% cash back on purchases, to credit cards that give back to community partners like the Rochester University Visa. Chief Financial Credit Union offers products that benefit you and your community. Check out the credit union difference at your hometown credit union, Chief Financial. So 47-39 now after that Caitlin Smith 3. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. So Velko will inbound. Here's Tobel. Velko for 3. That one through. Devin Velko starting to heat up a bit here in the second half. 6 points now. 2 threes in the first couple minutes of the third quarter. Rochester back to within 5. Caitlin Smith, or excuse me, Taryn Klein over to Caitlin Smith. Smith takes a couple of steps back. Her 3, that one rims out. Velko has the rebound. Velko stops on a dime. He's able to keep that foot planted. Now here's Shemaya Butler. Butler working against Kendall Fisher. Wants to attack down low. Butler, she'll be doubled. Looking to get rid of it now. Still has the ball. We are going to get a held ball. It will stay with Rochester. And a nice job by Danielle Hansen there to come over and double. Otherwise, Shemaya Butler may have had an easy shot attempt over the much smaller Kendall Fisher. Tobel with a jumper off the screen. Left short. Fielder had the rebound, but she'll draw a foul. And it's a problem if it's on Danielle Hansen. So that is the 3rd on Danielle Hansen. It looks as if she'll not, as for now, she will stay in the game. 6.5 to go, third quarter. So Hansen with 3 fouls. There's Velko on the drive. Velko up with an out of control shot, and we are going to get a foul. Grace Hauergon and the Lawrence Tech bench, they can't believe it. As well as some of the Lawrence Tech contingent that traveled from nearby Southfield today. Their game against Rochester, 6:22 to go. Velko's free throw is up and good. So how about Devin Velko? Did not score in the first half, and just in the first 3 minutes and 38 seconds here in the second. She has 8 points. So a one-possession game, 47-44. As here's Kendall Fisher. Now Caitlin Smith gets a screen. She has Olivia Farrell on her. Farrell does a nice job staying in front of her. Hanson back out to Smith. Hanson is posting up. Kendall Fisher has it near the volleyball line. Shot clock down to 5. Fisher working, and we are going to get a traveling violation called on Kendall Fisher. Rochester right now with all of the momentum. So 3 team fouls on Lawrence Tech already. Here's Butler right wing over to Farrell. Farrell out to Tobel. Tobel with Price on her. 5:37 to go here. Tobel for 3. Buries it. We are tied. Lexi Tobel. 21 points. And how about that? Trailed by 18 points in the first quarter. 20-2 at one point. And it's a brand new basketball game now. Hanson, the turnaround jumper, got it. Nice make there from Danielle Hanson. And Grace Hauergon is going to call timeout. Just a 30-second timeout. 49-47 now your score. And we'll take this opportunity to look around the WAC today. U of M Dearborn, they are at Madonna today. U of M Dearborn currently the 6th seed. And then how about the game we have at the University of Northwestern Ohio today? That was the team we saw here about a month back or so. They take on Lourdes at home. The winner of that game qualifies for the WAC tourney. So it's a winner-take-all. The winner will earn a trip to Indiana Tech, but it should be an interesting there. And then Concordia, they are at Cornerstone. Concordia, they're currently the 5 seed. Aquinas at Indiana Tech. Aquinas will clinch the 3rd seed with a win. Indiana Tech 18-1, but they have already won the WAC and have an automatic bid into the D2 NAIA tournament. And then Siena Heights, who has clinched the 2 seed, they're in a non-conference game today against Wright State Lake. So 5:15 to go. Rochester trailing it by 2. Danielle Hanson with a turnaround make a moment ago to give Lawrence Tech a 49-47 lead. And now we are going to get a foul called on Rachel Price. Hope Dollarhide is going to come into the game. And she will check in for Danielle Hanson, who has 3 fouls. So that is the 3rd foul on Rachel Price. Here's Tobel the inbound, and that one knocked away by Caitlin Smith. She was trying to make her case that it was off of Shea Kaiser, with the referee along the sideline. Oh, and they're going to reverse it. So the referee who was along the baseline probably had a better view of it. He said it was off of Kaiser, and it's a Rochester turnover. So exactly 5 to go here, 3rd quarter. Lawrence Tech leading it by 2, 49-47. Smith for 3 points. 5th 3 of the game for Caitlin Smith. She has 17. And after Rochester had tied it after the Tobel 3, 5 quick ones from Lawrence Tech. That one knocked away, it'll go out of bounds. So Lauren Weiss will come into the game for Olivia Farrell. And it'll be Lexi Tobel here to inbound with Taryn Klein guarding her. 4:41 3rd quarter. Fielder has it on the catch. Tobel, Butler, Weiss, Kaiser, and Fielder, the 5 on the floor right now for the Warriors. Tobel on the drive. Got it to Brooke Fielder, lays it up and in. Brooke Fielder and Lexi Tobel have had it going today. Good drive and dish there from Tobel. Easy finish for Fielder at the rim. Cuts it back to 3. Caitlin Smith. Rice corner guarded by Fielder. Now Smith out to Kendall Fisher. Fisher will back it up. Over to Taryn Klein. Klein trying to drive baseline up with it, and she is going to have it blocked, which will be fouled. And it'll be Caitlin Smith.
Rochester foul.
Taryn Klein headed to the line here.
Taryn Klein.
Foul was on Brooke Fielder. That's her 3rd. So now Hanson and Fielder both with 3 fouls. And Delaney Bowles is at the scorer's table as Taryn Klein gets the first free throw to go. She now has 5 for the game. So Taryn Klein gets both to go, 54-49 your score. 4 minutes remaining, third quarter. Shemaya Butler will bring it up. Bowles recently checked into the game. Kylie Beatty has gone to the scorer's table for Lawrence Tech. That one swung opposite side Weiss, over to Kaiser. Kaiser for 3, that one air ball that will be saved by Tobel into Bowles. Shot clock under 10 though, they'll have to move quick. Into Lauren Weiss, back out to Butler. Butler trying to work it against Fisher, gets it up to go and in. Shemaya Butler has been aggressive against Kendall Fisher throughout this game. She now has 9. Big bucket there for Rochester. Caitlin Smith over to Price, back to Smith. Hand off to Taryn Klein with Weiss guarding her. Fisher. Good defense right now by Rochester. Caitlin Smith, baseline drive, went by Kaiser and put it up and off glass and in. 19 points now for Caitlin Smith. Lawrence Tech back up 5. Right now these teams trading baskets. Tobel threw it away. Miscommunication between she and Shemaya Butler. And it will go back over to Lawrence Tech. Hope Dollarhide and Taryn Klein come out. Into the game are Kylie Beatty and Danielle Hanson is checked back in. So Hanson out there with 3 fouls. That's something to watch, as is Rachel Price. Right now, Brooke Fielder, who's had a really nice game here today, on the bench with 3 fouls, as we are going to get a traveling called on Danielle Hanson. So that much needed for Rochester. They trail it by 5. 56-51. Here's the Lady Bulls into Tobel, and that one blocked by Rachel Price. Weiss on the putback, and she'll be fouled. Great job by Lauren Weiss there, attacking the offensive glass. And she'll earn herself a trip to the line. Lauren Weiss, a 65.2% free throw shooter. The senior played just 1 minute in that loss to Siena Heights on Wednesday, as the free throw will bounce around and come out. But on senior day here today at Garth Pleasant Arena, she has seen a bit more action. One more free throw to try and split and make it a 4-point game. Got it. So Lauren Weiss, her first points. Robin Pruitt is going to check back in. Out will go Shemaya Butler. So we'll see who is going to be guarding Kendall Fisher, and it looks like it'll be Pruitt. Fisher bounces it to Danielle Hanson. Now drop off. Caitlin Smith, a deep 3, ribs out. Lauren Weiss, get it over to Robin Pruitt, who will bring it up here. Over to Tobel. Tobel inside Delaney Bowles, working against Danielle Hanson. Lay-in, left it short. Danielle Hanson gets the rebound. Kendall Fisher now pushing quickly the other way for the Blue Devils. Price back over to Smith. Smith, and she didn't see Kendall Fisher coming back top side. Now it's pushed back in. Danielle Hanson, turn around, one-handed shot, got it. Smooth jumper there for Danielle Hanson. She now has 6. Here's Lexi Tobel, and she had her pocket pick, Kendall Fisher. This should be an easy lay in the other way. It is. Kendall Fisher now with 16, just like that. Lead back up to 8 for Lawrence Tech with over a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Robin Pruitt over to Lexi Tobel. Tobel wants Bowles to come on the screen. I think they want to attack Danielle Hanson. Hanson did a nice job there on the switch. Pruitt working against Fisher. Oh, nice crossover dribble by Pruitt. And then Pruitt shot off back iron. Kendall Fisher has the rebound. Up ahead, here's Caitlin Smith. Smith now dribbles it on the logo. Just over a minute to go here, third quarter. Lawrence Tech trying to push this lead back up to double digits before the final frame. Fisher with Pruitt on her, now inside to Danielle Hanson. Hanson, nice move inside. Bowles, good defense at the rim though, but she had to take it away by Kylie Beatty. Her shot though, Hanson came crashing in for the offensive rebound. fresh clock. Here's a three from Price off the mark, and then Pruitt will get the rebound finally for Rochester. Hectic sequence there, but no harm done if you're Rochester, as Tobel's able to keep that one in bounds. 25 seconds to go, third quarter, about 15 on the shot clock. Tobel with Price on her. Looks like she wants to attack. Good defense though by Price, who then deflects the pass. Tobel over to Robin Pruitt. Pruitt for three, that one too strong. Rebound comes to Smith. 10 seconds to go, here's Kendall Fisher. 5 seconds, Fisher behind the back. Over to Caitlin Smith, three, a fall away, pure. Caitlin Smith with 22. That one right before the buzzer. A tough finish to the third quarter for Rochester there. They had cut it to 4, it was 56-52. We were tied at one point, 47-47, but a good finish for Lawrence Tech to the quarter after it was tied after the Lexi Tobel three. A 16-5 finish from there. And Lawrence Tech will now head into the fourth quarter with an 11-point lead here on Rochester. As Lawrence Tech coming into today, they had lost 3 of their last 4 games. They did beat Lourdes on Wednesday, 77-51. There was a 3-game losing streak prior to that. And on the flip side, Rochester, they lost 63-58 to obviously a really good Siena Heights team on Wednesday. But prior to that, they had won 3 games in a row, and been a back and forth game here today. Rochester had tied it early in that third quarter, but Lawrence Tech storming back, and some of these players so hard to stop. You know, when Caitlin Smith, 5 of 7 from 3. Kendall Fisher has been extremely efficient here today. And then I think something that is a good sign for Rochester, just 6 turnovers. Rochester, with their turnovers, that's kind of been their Achilles heel all season long. They've taken care of the basketball today, but on the other side, Lawrence Tech, they've done the same thing with the steady hand of Kendall Fisher. Just 5 turnovers as they lead it by 11, and they'll get the basketball to begin this fourth. So Danielle Hansen, Kendall Fisher, Caitlin Smith, Taryn Klein, and Rachel Price, the 5 on the floor for Lawrence Tech. For Rochester will be Shemaya Butler, Maddie Beck, Lexi Tobel, Devin Velko, and Delaney Bowles. So they will try to overcome an 11-point deficit as we are underway, 1 more quarter to go. Brooke Fielder already headed to the scorer's table for the Warriors. Taryn Klein over to Kendall Fisher. Fisher with Butler on her. Now over to Danielle Hansen, back to Kendall Fisher. Fisher goes by Bowles, shot, counted in, 1 for Kendall Fisher. 18 now for Kendall Fisher. Foul was on Maddie Beck, so Brooke Fielder will come in now. And it's still plenty of time in this game, but in terms of the start you needed to have to try and climb back into this one. As Fisher's free throw, that one off the mark. Fielder has the rebound. So here comes Butler the other way now. Rochester trailing by 13. Shemaya Butler will go all the way and gets blocked by Kendall Fisher. Fisher quickly in transition, drops it off. Taryn Klein for 3, that one off the mark. And Shemaya Butler has the rebound. She'll bring it across herself. That may have been a very early dagger, but a 68-52 lead, and we're going to get a foul called on Kendall Fisher. Kendall Fisher picks up her second. That one thrown in, Devin Velko. Here's Butler now, inside Lexi Tobel, turn around that lay-in, no good. Price had the rebound, and now Fisher, in no hurry, will bring it up for the Blue Devils. Drops it off Rachel Price. Caitlin Smith hand off to Taryn Klein. Price, opposite wing to Fisher. Fisher will hoist a 3. That one off the mark, but the rebound comes right back to her. Fisher gets a bump from Shemaya Butler. Easy call there, as Butler got her on the hip check. That'll be the second team foul on Rochester here with 8:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Second foul on Shemaiah Butler. So 20 put up on the shot clock. Hanson to inbound. Taryn Klein thought about it. Maddie Beck could close out there on Caitlin Smith. Danielle Hanson fighting against Brooke Fielder. Hanson the turnaround. That one rims out, but Price gets the offensive rebound. There's a three from Taryn Klein. That one rims out. Came to Fielder. Now here comes Velko the other way for the Warriors. Devin Velko. An early burst at the start of that third quarter was a big reason they were able to tie it, and then Maddie Beck got it to go. Short baseline jumper, and we will get a timeout called by Brent Lichner. So 65-54. It is a full timeout called by the Rochester Warriors. So we talked about the last game that these two teams played. It was Lawrence Tech winning it 66-64 at Don Riddler Fieldhouse in Southfield. Prior to that, Rochester, they won last year at Lawrence Tech. But Lawrence Tech, they have won 2 times in a row in this building. Rochester has never beaten Lawrence Tech here. It's a 3-2 all-time series lead for Lawrence Tech. For Rochester, both of their wins came at Lawrence Tech. So right now, they're going to have their work cut out for them. 8:02 to go, trailing by 11. Still plenty of time. They needed that bucket from Maddie Beck that they just got. 65-54, your score. As it'll be Hanson to inbound. 5 on the floor for Rochester: Butler, Tobel, Velko, Fielder, and Beck. And then for Lawrence Tech, it'll be Caitlin Smith, Kendall Fisher, Taryn Klein, Danielle Hanson, and Rachel Price. So under 8 to go here in the basketball game. Can Rochester overcome one more deficit? Fisher will go all the way and lay it up and in. So tough to stop when she gets ahead of steam going. She now has 20. Lawrence Tech back up 13. Tobel, trap, looking for someone to go to get rid of it to. She was screaming for someone to come get the ball. That one thrown into Maddie Beck. Back up with it, forced it. The defense there by Caitlin Smith. Here's Fisher the other way. Kendall Fisher will retreat, set up Lawrence Tech in their half-court offense. Fisher bounces it to Danielle Hanson. Hanson backing down against Brooke Fielder. Smith for 3. That one blocked by Shemaiah Butler. Danielle Hanson with it. Hanson up with it, and we are going to get a foul called to see if it's on Fielder or Butler. And it's on Brooke Fielder. So the 4th on Fielder. Olivia Farrell will come into the game. Out goes Devin Velko. So 2 free throws here for Danielle Hanson. She had 16 points and 14 rebounds in their win over Lourdes on Wednesday. First free throw was off the mark. Came into this game number 3 in the WAC in rebounds per game, 8.4. She's averaging 12.5 points. Second free throw up. That one unable to go. Fielder has it, so she will stay in. It's senior day. Brent Wichner will stay with her. He knows he's going to need her if they're going to mount a comeback. They trail it by 13. Butler over to Farrell. Now to Beck. Beck gets a screen from Fielder, now over to Butler. Butler with Fisher on her. Shemaiah Butler for 3, and she buries it. Shemaiah Butler now with 12. She had 3 made threes on the season coming into this game. She has 2 from the game for the game, taking advantage of Kendall Fisher playing so far off of her. Deficit back to 10 now, though, for Rochester. Under 6.5 to go. Price over to Kendall Fisher. Fisher gets a screen from Danielle Hanson. Jumper top of the key. It will fall out. Olivia Farrell with a good tough rebound inside. Tobel pushes in the other direction for Rochester. Drops it off Farrell for 3. That one left short. Maybe not the shot you wanted there if you were Rochester. Farrell has shot it well on the year from 3. She was 5 of 11, now 5 of 12. Would have been big had it gone. Rochester will need another stop. Klein bounces it to Price. Price for 3, that one off. Rebound came directly to Lexi Tobel. Tobel pushing the other way, drops it off. Butler puts it on the floor, goes to the rim, off glass. That one unable to go. Shemaiah Butler, a strong burst to the lane by Danielle Hanson, but couldn't convert. And now we will get timeout called by Grace Howardon here with 5:28 to go, and Rochester trailing it 67-57. This broadcast is brought to you by Chief Financial Credit Union, the official credit union of Rochester University and home of the 2% cashback rewards free checking account. Open your rewards checking today with no minimum balance and show your Warrior pride with the RU debit card. Chief Financial Credit Union, more than money. Chief Financial Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. So 5:28 to go in the basketball game. And Lawrence Tech right now with a 10-point lead and the basketball. And they have shot it well all game long, 61.9%. Rochester, they haven't had a really bad game from the field in their own right, 40.9% and 55.6% from three. When players like Kendall Fisher and Caitlin Smith are on the way that they've been on, Lawrence Tech's a really hard team to beat, as evidenced by their record coming in, 12-7 in the WAC. That one bounced to Hope Dollarhide. Working against Kaiser. That one taken away by Tobel. Rochester has numbers the other way. Tobel up with it, and she is going to be bumped and fouled by Rachel Price. So Lexi Tobel will head to the line here. She'll have 2 free throws. And the foul was on Rachel Price. That's her 4th.
25, Lexi Tobel.
So here's Tobel at the line. Tobel, 21 points here today. First free throw up, that one good from Tobel. Tobel now with 22. Team leader in assists, team leader in points. And still has one more year of eligibility as that one rattles home. So Tobel now with 23. Rochester back to single digits, 8-point game. Shemaiah Butler guarding Kendall Fisher. How about Butler? 2 threes in this game. She had 3 all season prior. Taryn Klein. Out of Caitlin Smith. Danielle Hanson is going to the scorer's table for Lawrence Tech. Fisher against Olivia Farrell. She's going to take a bump from Farrell. May have altered the shot. Goes with it now, gets it to Shemaiah Butler. Butler attacking against Kendall Fisher. And Butler turnaround, one-handed shot that falls home for Shemaiah Butler. How about Shemaiah Butler now with 14 points? And Rochester is within 6 again. Caitlin Smith returned it to Taryn Klein. Klein up, and we are going to get a foul called on Olivia Farrell.
Rochester foul, 24, Olivia Farrell.
So Farrell picks up her first foul. Devin Velka will come back in. Danielle Hanson will as well. Delaney Bowles goes out for Rochester. And then Hope Dollarhide goes out for Lawrence Tech. So that was the first foul on Farrell, 4th team foul on Rochester. So Lawrence Tech now in the bonus. Free throw from Klein is up and good. 6 points now for Taryn Klein. One more free throw coming. And that one is up and through. 7 points for Klein, and now still a lot of time, but Lawrence Tech back up 8. Here's Devin Velko. Velko with 8 points, all of them coming here in the second half. Farrell, jumper from the free throw line, that one left short. Smith has the rebound, gets it to Kendall Fisher. Fisher brings it across the timeline. Fisher, Caitlin Smith, Taryn Klein, Danielle Hanson, the 5 on the floor. Fisher for 3, that one buried. Kendall Fisher, give her 23, the sophomore point guard from Indianapolis. And an 11-point game now. Tobel. Rachel Price on her, 3:20 to go. Rochester had gotten it back to within 6, but then another mini 5-0 run by Lawrence Tech, and that one is going to be a foul on Rachel Price, and if so, that's her fifth, and she'll be done. And I checked that, that's on Danielle Hansen, so that's her fourth. So her and Rachel Price both remain in the game, but both are one foul away from coming out, as Lauren Weiss will come back into the game. Out will go Shea Kaiser. So for Lawrence Tech, anytime Rochester has built up some momentum, it's been a mini run, a 5-0 run here, a 5-0 run there, to kind of pull back away as Tobel gets that one to go. So that makes it a 10-point game again. Tobel now with 24. Of course, Rochester had tied things 47-47. It was a 16-5 run from there. That created some separation again between Lawrence Tech and Rochester here today. So it's a 9-point game after 2 Tobel made free throws. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Kendall Fisher with Butler on her. Fisher over, Caitlin Smith for 3. That one off the mark. Shemaya Butler has the rebound. So Rochester trailing by 9 with the basketball. Butler, Kendall Fisher will continue to sag off. Hand it off to Lauren Weiss. Weiss. Oh, backdoor cut. Nice job by Butler. And then it's going to be blocked by Kendall Fisher. Had Butler caught that cleanly, it would have been an easy lay-in. But she couldn't handle the pass initially. Here's Danielle Hansen. Hansen up with it. Lays it up and in. So Danielle Hansen now with 8 points. Lawrence Tech up 11. Tobel with Price on her. Tobel calling out a play. Rochester will need to move quickly. Trailing by 11, just over 2 minutes to go. Tobel attacking against Price. That lay-in off the mark. Rachel Price has the rebound, gets rid of it to Kendall Fisher. Fisher crossing midcourt. Bounces or feeds it over to Danielle Hansen. Power dribble laid up and in. Hansen now in double digits. Another assist for Kendall Fisher. And now Lawrence Tech putting the finishing touches on this one, 63, excuse me. And for Rochester, credit them, an incredible effort here today. Fell behind 16-0 early, 20-2 at one point. Battled all the way back, 47-47 at one point in that third quarter. Butler bounces into Brooke Fielder, who will be fouled. But when Caitlin Smith going the way she's gone, 22 points in this game. Kendall Fisher, she has 23. As Caitlin Smith, who I just mentioned, the senior guard in her last regular season game as a Blue Devil. Of course, for both of these teams, their seasons won't be ending here today. Fielder's free throw is up, and that'll rim out. Here, Coleman is going to check back into the game for Rochester. .125 to go, second free throw for Fielder. That one will rim out. Weiss is going to get bumped by Danielle Hansen. And so for the senior Hansen, that will be it. She has 5 fouls. And her Lawrence Tech career in terms of the regular season is over, but of course they have the WAC tournament coming. Robin Pruitt goes in for Brooke Fielder, Fielder, Velko, and Tobel all come out. Still 1:24 remaining as the seniors come out to some applause here. Velko and Brooke Fielder. Weiss free throw up, that one no good. Weiss, the senior from Lapeer, playing in what will likely be her final home game. Unless the 8th seed, Lords or Northwestern Ohio, is able to go on a miracle run along with Rochester. That would be the only way that the women's team is playing again here at home. Here's day 3, that one off the mark. Bowles has the rebound. Bowles overhead pass, that one easily stolen by Kendall Fisher. Just over a minute to go, fourth quarter. And Lawrence Tech still with all of their starters in outside of Danielle Hansen. That turnaround shot from Dollarhide off the mark. Also number 22, Julia Huey in the game. So Rachel Price and Hanson out, but Smith, Klein, and Fisher remain in, as now we are going to get a travel called on Rochester. So Kylie Beatty, Emily Langolf, and Gabby Gow back into the game for Lawrence Tech. Out go the three that I just mentioned, Kendall Fisher, Caitlin Smith, and Taryn Klein. So Langolf, the backup point guard, will bring it up here for Lawrence Tech. 42 seconds to go, Lawrence Tech with a 13-point lead. They will move to 19-11 on the year, finish up the WAC at 13-7. There's a three from Julia Huey off the mark. Dollarhide with a rebound, reverse lay-in, rejected by the rim, but we're going to get a foul. So for Lawrence Tech, they will wait to see who their opponent will be in the first round. And then for Rochester, coming into today, they were locked in at that 7th spot because they were swept by U of M Dearborn. They would have needed to win anyway, along with a U of M Dearborn loss. Siena Heights locked into the 2nd spot. They're 17-3. Their WAC season was done. They were playing a non-conference opponent today. So they will be headed back to Siena Heights, will Rochester. Next week, the team that swept them, they will try to pull off the upset against a high-powered Saints team. That one thrown inside, and we are going to get a foul called on Lawrence Tech. Kylie Beatty with 12.4 to go. So for Rochester, they will finish up the regular season 11-19, 9-11 in the WAC. But still more basketball to go for them, as it's Pruitt at the line, or excuse me, Kier Coleman at the line. Free throw is off the mark. One more free throw here for Kier Coleman. That one is up, and that one will also fall. Dollarhide has the rebound. Shot clock turned off, and Lawrence Tech will dribble it out. So that will do it. Lawrence Tech wins it here 76-63 over Rochester. Kendall Fisher with 23 points. Caitlin Smith had 22. Rochester was able to battle all the way back after they trailed by 18 early on in the first quarter. But your final, Lawrence Tech 76. They will wait to see who their opponent in the WAC tournament will be. Rochester 63. They will be headed to Siena Heights in the WAC tournament quarterfinals next week. Stay with us on the Rochester Sports Network. We'll have the men's Rochester Warriors taking on Lawrence Tech after a brief break.